Well, I want to call on our regular contributor, Mr. Robin Cross. He is with StoneX in Chicago. He is our regular lumber market analyst, and he joins us right now. Boy, I tell you what, the crop market sector is falling on hard times today. How's the lumber market holding up?
Same. It's exactly the same. Well, good morning, Marlon. Thanks for having me. Let's get into some prices. November right now is trading at $448.20. That's up 1160. Not too bad. Pretty decent volume, though. I don't know the last time I told you we had 175 trades in the first 17 minutes. So, we're in the process of the roll, so that's why the volume is so high. January's coming in this morning at 460, up 1320 with only 50 trades over there. And of the 50 trades, 42 have been spreads. So, well, Marlon, not surprising, lumber's bear market continues. We have literally just marked our fourth month in a row in which every single housing metric has been down. You name it. Housing starts, building permits, new home sales, existing home sales. The only thing that I'm just looking at my notes, the only thing that is actually up is the only thing that we don't want up, and that's the mortgage rates being at a whopping 7%. But lumber was trading, let's kind of just recap just so we can see how we got here. Lumber was trading at an unsustainable price at $1,477 at this year's high. And at that time, I could not stress enough that buyers should beware. This week, we achieved a new recent low, $402.80. The last time we traded that low was all the way back during the pandemic. I think it was around June 17th of 2020. So just to put that in perspective, at this year's high, $1,477, a cost of a car of lumber was $163,000. That's for 110,000 board feet. This week's low, $402, that same car of lumber now only costs $44,000. So that's a loss or a savings, depending on how you look at it, of around $120,000. And that's some really good coin, which now brings us to today. Considering we had this big break and all this action, all these weeks leading up to this, the last 2 weeks have been pretty lackluster. It's been a really sideways lackluster trade. And there's only one reason why, is because the move has been made. When you do that massive of a sell-off, it got to a point of what I would consider long-term major support, and the selling kind of stalls, but the buyers are so freaked out, they don't want to pay up. So it's really kind of just stuck in the mud here. But this is an area in the market, in my belief, that, customers should be locking in their forward needs for as far out as the calendar as they can. I've been literally preaching this to my clients for the last several days, but it's tough, Marlon. When the traders, I can't get these guys off the fence, considering that every stick of lumber, every stick of inventory they have in the ground is literally offsides. But to me, that is precisely why I believe guys should be all over it at this level, because that's exactly how lows are made. Soon as everybody gets bearish, all the bulls turn bear, that's usually when we snap back. And we're pretty oversold, so I could definitely make a case for it. And I'll tell you, at $450 even, lumber is not sustainable at these levels at the mills. We have had some production curtailments to this point, and I think the only reason we haven't seen massive curtailments is simply the labor force. Producers worry that if they lay these guys off, then all of a sudden, they're going to look for work elsewhere. So I think that's why you're kind of really seeing them drag their feet on this. And then furthermore, seasonally speaking, which you and I have talked about this for 4 years in a row, we always make our low in October. So this is our October seasonal low. And, plainly, I'm just not interested in selling a discount down here. So I'd say lock in your needs. Don't be afraid of the market. If you were willing to buy the thing at $160 grand a car, you should be all over it at $40 grand a car, So
that's interesting.
That's what we're looking at.
Well, I'm glad you pointed that out. And there is a lot going on in these outside markets. In fact, I was just looking at the Dow Jones Industrial Average right now. Last time we checked on the air here, it was actually a little bit higher. And it has already flipped around this morning. And we have December futures now down 208 points on the Dow. We're at 30,102, kind of as low as 30,042 this morning. So it's in danger of taking out that 30,000 benchmark once again on the Dow.
Dead cat bounce, Marlon. That's what they call it. That's a dead cat bounce.
Yep. So anyway, thanks, Robin, for pointing all this out. And lumber market very, very tenuous right now. Great comments from Robin Cross of StoneX in Chicago. We thank him for that, and we'll talk with him next week. In the meantime, I'll take a break here, and I'll get you updated on our livestock trade right after this.